All right, so if you're watching this, you know that we have got a amazing episode ready for you. I guess it's literally right there. Now, you've been watching this for a while now, so you may as well subscribe. I hope you're ready for this one because it's going to be juicy. So next to me, I have the one, the only Dylan. How are you doing, my bro?
I'm all good, man. Thanks for having.
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's everything with you? Like, how's your day going so far, my bro?
Day so far so good. Pleasure to be here now, though. It's been a long time overdue, man.
Easy.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's been a
I'm
long time
sorry
overdue.
that we didn't get you a bigger chair. I know that you are one guy, bro. Man's giving it. Hey, you
Nah,
should
it's
have
all
this
good.
chair and I have that small chair. Eh? But now I'm glad that you took up the opportunity, bro.
That's a pleasure, man. It's been like long overdue. I always wanted to do one with you, to be fair.
It's
I like the movement that you're doing.
Massive, yo, respect for that. Is this your first podcast, bro?
First ever podcast.
First ever
podcast.
Mad. Yo, hey, right, let's cook up this story then, my boy. Yeah. All right, so let's take it back, bro. So when I get guests on here, one of the first things that I like to do is I like to understand who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
So like, who are you? What do you do? We can start with that, so you can go forward.
Who am I? My name's Dylan. You can also find me on Instagram if you got Insta. DM Body Specialist PT. What I do, I'm class as a wellbeing advisor. Okay. So wellbeing advisor, it's not just it's a personal trainer, but there's more to personal training. It's more about people's health.
Yeah.
As in internally, like we do bloods and XYZ, check cholesterol, glucose, the rehab side of it, train people. Yeah, there's quite a few.
How long have you been doing that for?
About nine years in that sector, but I've been a PT now for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And an online coach as well for about 10 years.
Wow. So you're very educated.
Yeah,
you've earned your stripes, definitely. What in fitness gives you the most pleasure? Like what bit makes you say, I really like that bit there?
Changing people's lives.
Massive.
And I think for me, it's not just the physical aspect of it, it's the mental aspect of it. Seeing someone, even building someone's confidence up.
Yeah.
Worked with a lot of people, like from different backgrounds. People that have lacked confidence, you've just been with them. You just spending time with them gives them that boost of a confidence, and then it brings the real them. That's a pleasure to me. I think that's what thing that drives me the most and that pushes me the most, to be fair.
So have you always been like that, or is that just something that is that the behavior trait you recognize when you got into fitness, or was that always there?
It was there or not, because growing up, I never had the support system that others have now.
And what is that?
We just lacked it. There's no one else that brought other people up.
Yeah.
There's no one else that was like uplifting others. It's about bringing others back.
Yeah.
So now we're in an opportunity of trying to uplift others. I feel pleasure to be a part of this generation.
Yeah, that move, I love that.
Yeah, to do so, man. Something that I never had, so I like to do that for others.
So I know you spoke about your childhood before. Let's dive into that. Like, where were you born? Where did you grow up? What was all that of that like?
So originally I was born in Zimbabwe.
Easy.
Then I came here at a young age.
Yeah.
Like mad young. And then I went back. But through the whole process of being a kid, not understanding and not having a vision of it, I was living with my nan and granddad. Okay. So my dad tried to better himself and better his family, so he moved away from us.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like growing up for a while, just speaking to your dad on the phone, and he's sending you stuff. But
your dad wasn't there? Your dad was in your dad was in England?
He moved here.
Wow.
Yeah, he came back here. So it was just that I felt like I never had a dad with me, but my granddad took that role on.
Okay.
He was more of the dad. So even to this day, I'm forward, like he's still my dad. Even though I got my dad, but granddad is always going to be dad. Yeah. So it's like he came to better us, but as time's going, didn't quite understand that. So that made me more of like an angry kid.
Okay.
Because at school, people said, "Oh, your dad's old."
Yeah.
So therefore, my real dad was old, but didn't know who my real dad was. Then time went on. Mom's gone now. She's left. She's gone to follow the pathway.
So your mom and dad are now both in
England? They're both here, yeah. So now I'm growing up. I'm just barely in freaking primary school. I ain't got parents. So I just became an angry kid, man. Yeah. I was just like, I was happy to meet the eye, but I was a violent, naughty kid.
Yeah.
So I didn't see the purpose of life. So I tried to get a bit.
How old do you think you were at this point?
About 9, 10.
Very young, innit?
Yeah.
But very aware.
Yeah, very aware. So then growing up, got to about 11, 12, my behaviour started getting it was a bit bad. turning on my friends and that as well. My nan always kept me on that path of you are going to do good. But speaking to my parents on the phone, I quite understood there's that one day we're all going to be together. So I had that faith and hope that we was going to be together. Like, do you know what I mean? Then the day came, I think I was about 15 then. My sister was younger. Then we actually came. But I knew who my mom and dad was because I was a bit older. She didn't quite understand.
Okay.
Nah, she didn't understand. So it took them a while to build that bond again, to get into it. So prior that time, me missing them, becoming thinking that parents didn't love you, I had that switch of, I was just angry. So I needed to change that anger into like a bit more positive. So
And what did you do to switch that
counselling.
counselling?
Yeah.
So how old
So-
was you when you did
So I
counselling?
started doing counselling when I was at 16.
Wow.
Yeah. So I started having counselling.
Was that your decision or was that your
Yeah, mine.
So you woke up one day and said, "Today I'm going to do
And
counselling."
when I started doing counselling, I started doing that. But I didn't want to tell my nan because I felt like I was letting her down.
Why do you think that?
Because she tried to raise me to the best abilities that she could.
So how would you let her down then?
So if I tell her I'm going to get cut, she'll feel like she's failed.
Yeah. Do you think she felt like that?
Nah. Yeah, I think she would have felt like I thought so.
Okay.
Like to her, she's done the best for us. So we was meant to be the golden child, which we was. She did her best, man. Because that's my mum, realistically. If you know it's my nan, it's my mum. Like, do you know what I mean? So you can never take that love away. So
Did she find out eventually then about counselling? Or
nah.
so even now she doesn't know?
Even no, she don't know. Nah, she didn't know. So I went through the phase of that. Then we got a bit older, came here. Obviously, I was in school, environments that you're in, people that you're growing up with. You're seeing the older guys, the lifestyle that they live in. You want to be that at a young age.
Lack of identity.
Yeah. So now I've just moved here.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing this lifestyle. And I'm just thinking, new kid on the block, getting a bit of a name and fitting in with everyone. Seeing that for you to fit in, you need to do some sort of badness.
Something,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to be active, do stuff. So it's a shame. So it's a good and a bad thing. I'm glad I went through it. But that's why I'm in this position that I am now, to stop the younger ones doing the same things that we did.
What's your biggest lesson while going through that?
My biggest lesson would have been,
And the reason why, like, I need you to really think about this is when we're looking at identifying behavior traits, we have to really look into the core of it. And one of the things that stands out for me right here is that there's a level of abandonment issues.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And this is the problem that some of these young men and young women have right now because mum is out there working really, really hard.
They don't see.
Yes,
don't see.
that exact thing there.
They don't see.
They don't see. So it's trying to find like what is that biggest lesson right now that you've learned through going through that, because everything we go through is a learning phase. We have to learn something. Even if it's something bad that we've learned about ourselves or something good that we've learned about ourselves. Like one thing that I've learned from you speaking about this is you've got backbone, bro. Like you at the age of 16 said, I need counselling, something's wrong.
Yeah, because I
That
knew if you
leadership-
carry on going that way, it was just going to go west, man. It was just going to end up bad. For me, for myself,
What do you think that looked like?
dark place. So I was just angry, like an angry kid. But even though I met my parents who showed me love, it was just nothing but love. But as I got a bit older, I was like, whoa, if I was in my dad's position or my parents' position, should I say,
What would you do?
I'll probably 9 times out of 10, in the circumstances that they was under, to better your family and your kids, you do the same thing.
So do you think that he made the right decision then?
100%. Now I do.
Yeah, as an adult.
But things already killed off. I've already done it already. Do you know, I've already acted on it. But now I do. But the relationship that I had, what I have with him now, yeah, it could be better.
Yeah.
But obviously time's gone on. But even though I'm a man now, I understand. He's thankful that I understand. He's put me in a way better position, like 10 times better. But the missed times, you can't replace missed time, can you?
See, that's a massive thing, man. When we talk about this thing that we call time, whether we like it or not, that clock is ticking.
Ticking, man.
Like you can do something with your time or you can do nothing with your time, but both people have got paid. 24 hours have gone.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And so valuable. That time is so valuable.
That's why now I think, these kids like in gangs and
Yeah.
things are happening bad and that, they just need that support system, a support system by like help parents, because you got so many single
Yeah.
moms out there.
Yeah.
Like they have to work how many jobs, bro,
Yeah.
just to provide for their kids. But as a kid, you're not seeing that. You're just thinking,
Sacrifice.
mom just at work.
Yeah.
So what do I do in my spare time? No one's there. They become a part of a bad system. That's why if the government was to put things in place for kids to do,
Yeah.
be active and keep them active, this wouldn't be happening, man.
See, I agree and I disagree with that, man. So my big thing about this right now is I need the men to be men. I need the women to be women. Like you be strong and someone, whether you like it or not, someone's watching you. Like whether it's your nephew, your niece, another boy from down the street, someone's watching you. So if you're saying I'm going to be there at 6 o'clock, for example, and you're not there at 6, you probably could have let somebody down.
100%.
So you have to sit on that chair, which is called honesty. And that honesty chair is whatever you say you're going to do, you do. Whatever you stand for, you stand for. So if we're out here saying, yo, no gangs, then let's make sure that from this day forward, no gangs. If we're saying no knife crime, let's make sure from today, no knife crime. So that when that boy over there who's saying, yo, because you said that you're going to stand on this rock that isn't movable, because you said that you're going to stand for no knife crime, I had a knife and I got rid of it because I looked up to a man like you. So I think that, yeah, the system has to change, but the people within the system have to stand up.
So you think the parents more?
I don't really think it's just from the parent. It goes deeper than that. The school, it goes deeper than that. Your neighbors, it goes deeper than that. Your uncles, your aunties. Now, I'm not saying that everyone has an opportunity around them, but what I am saying is that everyone has an opportunity.
Yeah, 100%.
But and there's so many roadblocks with that though as well, because let's say that I'm a parent, yeah? If I don't know you, but you know your intention and you've got good intention, but on the TV it's telling me that a big black man's going to create knife crime or a big black man's going to do this, I'm going to be cautious around you.
Yeah.
So even though you are standing on your rock and you are being bold and you're going to help, or your intention is to help my child, because the system is around me and I have not allowed myself to be aware of this system, subconsciously, I'm going to look at you differently. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I can't just blame, not that I'm blaming, but I can't just say that it's the mom. We all have a duty of care here.
100%.
And I look up to you in the element of, I know that when you say something, you said today you're going to be here at 6, but you're here before 6. So at a minimum, you're going to be a man of your word. That's the minimum. In society, we don't have no more minimum.
Yeah, I agree on you. I never deeped you like that, to be fair.
No more minimum in it at all. It's, well, I'll make an excuse for that. Why are we listening to your excuse? You said you will be here at this time, and you didn't. So because you didn't do it, I got a friend, real close family friend, and he sent me a message on WhatsApp. It's really small. He sent me a message on WhatsApp, and yeah, I'm busy. Everyone knows I'm busy, but I knew he messaged me, and I didn't message him back. Then I messaged him, like if maybe a month, maybe like 3 weeks later, saying, "Bro, I'm at your mum's. I'm leaving in a bit. Come check, man, if you want to." I knew he was active on his phone. He didn't respond back to me. Then I went out my way and I saw him. And then I said, bro, you can't message, man. Hear him now. He's 17. He said to me, you didn't reply to me. I was like, wow. I can't lie. It got me, bro. I was like, wow, how can I ask you to stand on this rock when I can't even stand on my own? Like, he's penalizing me for what I'm. But I went to him saying, you couldn't even message me. Straight, boy, he didn't even think twice. He said, you didn't even message me. And I'm like, rah, he has a point. So if us as men can be men and stand on what we say, the life will be a better place. If women as women can stand on what they say, the world will be a better place. That we now have an example. We now have a bar. Right now, there's no bar.
And it's a shame because that's the system and the world that we live in.
Yeah.
And it's a bad thing to be in, man. For the younger generation,
It's scary, bro.
Scary, very scary, bro.
Because if we're here now,
very, very scary.
Like, if we're here now, at this present moment, right now, in 2024, no one knows whether they're going to war. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, how can I bring a child in this, bro?
Mad.
Like I literally have had conversations with people where they're like, "Yo, my anxiety right now is through the roof," or they're like mad low in depression. Have you like ever
I've
suffered?
experienced it, yeah.
Yeah,
Even I've been with kids. Like you see a kid from like 60, it's mad 16, 17, they're telling you I'm depressed. I'm like, how are you depressed? Like, you haven't got a job, you ain't got to worry about bills, you ain't got to worry about society now. You got your mom and your dad, XYZ.
yeah.
But in this modern day era that we're living in, you can see where
How?
it's coming from and how, man. Because it's stuff like even the genderism side of it,
Yeah,
bro. There's so many genders out there now.
yeah.
Kids don't know whether I'm going to be, I'm a boy, I'm a girl,
No
I'm
one
what.
knows
They don't
anything.
know. So that's kind of messy with their heads. But as an outsider, you just think, oh, this kid's being whatever. But it's real, man.
It's real, bro, and this is where we are now. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we're here now, like, how much further are we going? Like, how far are we willing to go before someone says, "Okay, there's no examples left now, so we'll just freestyle life." Because like suicide right now, bro, is through the
Through the roof.
roof,
Through the roof.
through the roof, bro. Have you like? Let's get personal. Like, have you ever suffered with your mental health?
Yeah, bad. Bad. So I think for me, it's always going to be one of the things I'm going to have for the rest of my life.
When do you think it started?
It's it was like an odd thing, man. Because you know when you hear people tell you things, I suffer with depression. I just thought, bro, it was just a word, man. People just made up this word.
Yeah,
They tell you things and stuff, and until you in that boat and it hits you, you're like, whoa, you can't control it. It feels like someone's taking over you. So it's like I went through a phase where I was just losing everything, everyone, didn't know what it was. Then I thought I was okay. Then I started oversleeping. So you just want to sleep 24/7, bro. Don't want to wake up. So daytime, you want to sleep. Nighttime, when you know everyone's asleep, that's when you're like a bat. You're not eating. There's no food. You're not hardly drinking. So then you end up drinking just alcohol just to make yourself feel a bit better at that period of time. And you're just suffering with it. Then you lose hope. Then you start to think, what is the point of even being here? You don't want to get in touch with your loved ones. So I ignore calls, friends, moms, dads, everyone will ring you. Don't want to be around them, but I want to be around a Joe Schmo that I don't know, a random geezer. So I can sit with him because he doesn't know me, but I can relate with him. But it's I can't control it. Then you just want to cause self-harm.
have you ever
It's
self harm?
yeah, I have. And then I got through a stage where I was like, I had enough. Wrote letters, even on my notes. Got a password on my phone, but I'm on the phone anyway. So I wrote notes. So whoever's gonna go through my phone, you're gonna see them anyway. Touch wood. Wrote letters. Then I was like, yo, I'm gonna go top on myself, man. Just kill myself. But lucky, one of my friends got me in the act of what I was trying to do. He saved me though, to be fair. He's the reason I'm still here, bro. Planned everything, done my letters, I was ready to go. But it's weird how God done that. He caught me in the act of about to do it. Then he raised an awareness to everyone, to my family, to XYZ. Now imagine being a grown man being monitored. Everything you do. So it's like they're trying to see your bag, see if you're gonna self-harm yourself. I ended up having counselling.
It's like the second time you had counseling.
Second time. Yeah, second
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. How
That
old
was
was you then?
for then I was older now. I was like 20, 27, 26, 27. That counselling, put me on meds. They even put me in a hospital, bro.
Yeah. Did you get second though?
Yeah. But then I couldn't be in there. It was mad. But from then, I had one, I was seeking help still, got a counsellor, discharged myself took myself off the medication, got a counsellor. And he was real, as in an aspect of, if you're going to do it, just do it. Don't hurt everyone else saying you're going to do things and overthink. If you're going to kill yourself, just kill yourself. Do it now. So when he said that, it was like I don't know, it was like a click button that just went ping. You got more to live. You've been given a second chance. Be here and do something with it. So I started changing my patterns of habits, doing things out of my comfort zone. That, it helped me, man. Like, it kind of brought me back. And then from then, I was like, you know what? I want to become a mentor to others. I started meeting other people through work, through my walks for life as well. They're suffering with the exact same thing. They'll tell you the exact same thing. Same symptoms I just said, they're going through the exact same thing. Then I just think, whoa, it wasn't just me. There's a few of us. But how do? You need to help each other. Even if I don't know them, it's even better. It's better to just speak to someone you don't know than someone that you know. Because I can relate to them. It's pointless talking to someone that's never been through it. But then that happened. And then that was my situation. I'll probably say 2 years after, my cousin, she done same thing I did, I was going to do. And she passed away. She was younger than me then. She was only still a child. So she did it and then she passed away. But me seeing that, I was thinking I was supposed to be first before her. But I'm still here and she's not. That hurt as well. So that still kills, man, because that broke the whole family apart as well. But then I'm seeing everyone broken. Imagine if I did that and she doing the same thing. 2 of us. It was, yeah. But she did it at a younger age than I was. But to find the reasons of why, I wished I was there to help her through it. But when someone's going through that dark phase, I could be talking to you now, you act all fine. As soon as you hear, I think, leave here, boom, you're gone. I've had a fair few people that passed away that way, to be honest. It's mainly girls. But we all think it's like, tend to be men. Girls go through it as well. Yeah, man. It touches home when it's like people that you know.
That's a deep thing, bro. Like from the outside, people who don't know you,
You never think so.
you would never think.
Yeah, because you battle it. Everyone battles with it in a different way, I think. I'll never say I'm gonna be great at it and fight it. It's something I'm always going to have for the rest of my life. But I know when it's coming. Because I love eating, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just
Yeah, we can see, bro, man,
so
like 120
I just
kg in the
eat,
building.
eat and train. But when I start to like the stuff that I love, not go gym, don't want to eat, don't want to speak to no one. I know it's coming. But that's when I try to, you try fighting and you find things. So I'm slightly better than I was before with it. But it's still going to be there. It's still something I have to just deal with. But it's always good to help others on the way. And it's better to touch base with people from a younger age. So when they get older, it's not as bad for them.
So when you speak about, you tried to commit suicide, like what is it that you did, bro?
I think the majority of stuff that people try to do, the fastest way, the cruelest way, the fastest way to get rid of yourself was what they used to do back in the day, the slavery days, the hangman days.
Like why while you're like setting it up, can you remember anything that was going through your head?
Pain.
What pain is this?
You just feel angry.
Who are
Like
you angry at?
Very good question. I don't even know. I think I was more angry at myself to think, how have I got to this state? But then you get very emotional. Like I was just angry at myself. So one, I'm just standing there, but I'm writing. Imagine I'm writing down a note. I'm writing down letters. Mom, dad, aunties, sister, friends, your loved ones, saying sorry. I know I'm doing wrong. I know I'm failing them. But I can't stop it. So I'm just angry, just done. But then I shed my last tear on my last letter, and I was like, this is it now. I've wrote all my letters done now to the people that I really care for. It's time for me to go. So it was just like, it was mad a blur. I'm just looking at everyone. I'm just like, yep, that's the last time. I'm ready to go for it, man. And then I embraced it. But then I was angry at the time. I was angry at my friend for making me live. Snapped at him. Because I was like, you've ruined it. I was ready to go. What are you keeping me here for? Like, you keep me here to suffer. But then after I thanked him for it, he saved me, man, to be the man I am now. But at the time, I was more angry. I was like, bro, you know when you got something set up, you're ready to go. And then it just goes west. And then that was it. I was just like, I was pissed off. And then I was angry at him.
Did you ever give those letters to anybody?
Mom seen hers. One of my friends did, but no.
But your mom seen hers?
Yeah. That's what got her. That's what upset her, because she thought that she failed me.
So she thought it was her?
She thought it was her, because it's like a mother's instinct in it. Like a son gets locked up in jail, the moms think that they failed the kids. I didn't raise them right. The moms do a great job. It's the kids themselves. After a certain age, it's the kids, and I was past of age. Like, do you know what I mean? So it wasn't hers.
It's isn't it? Like you are right.
So it was me, but she just felt like anything in life that you do wrong, she feels like she's failed. But it's not. It's never her.
So after she read her letter, like
Killed her.
killed her. What happened next? Like
She tried her best to figure out the cause, go through the counselling route with me, do things a mom should do. But it was there's nothing that anyone could do to help. Like at all. Because as soon as you're in that dark place, as soon as someone stops talking to you, that's it. You back at it again. Your mind just goes off again. So it's like it's a switch on, a switch off point. But 9 times out of 10, you switched on. Then the only times you're contenting yourself and happy is when you're asleep. Why? Because you're not thinking. You're not here.
so, you speak about suicide, and the pain that is like here and the blur and these big, emotions that are going on right now. Like where were you most at peace?
When you're asleep.
Yeah. Wow. Is there anywhere else associated with
Nah,
peace?
because as soon as you wake up, that's it. It's game over.
So no
You're
one
back.
else.
Nah.
Wow.
You back to that horrible, miserable. You're just not yourself. So you're very angry. You're not responsive. Talking to people is an effort as well. You don't talk to anyone. That's why it's best to just keep away from people, keep away from social media and stuff like that, man. And it's sad because you see a lot of people throw signs, they could seek for help. But unless if you've been through it, you never know that this
That's the
person's
thing. That
seeking.
is the thing. You've literally hit the nail on the head because you've been through it. You can see those signs a mile away.
Bad. But then to help someone as a stranger, they know you're trying to help them. You're good for them. They don't want that help. So it's tough, man. Like what we just spoke about, like the circle of people you keep as men. It's hard to be around other masculine men and then seek for help or for say, oh, I got anxiety or I got depression or I've got some sort of something going on. Men don't really care.
They don't know how to deal with that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Women do though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a woman, she can go for a breakup with a guy. Bro, they're having girls' night in, they're having popcorn nights, they're order there, do whatever. But if a guy lost his family member or relationships or whatever, get over it. Time moves on. Let's move on.
And it catches them up, you know.
He catches up with it, yeah.
Like I was that guy. I remember when my dad passed away, but I was like, "Yo, man can hold this." I refused to cry in front of people, bro. I literally was like straight face. I became emotionally dry.
Yeah.
Mentally, it looked as if I was strong. Everyone's like, "Yo, you held it together." Yeah, yeah, man. What do you expect? This fake mask was there constantly. The key to being who you're meant to be is removing the mask, because if you are who you're meant to be, why are you wearing a mask? There doesn't have to be a mask to wear. How can you wear a mask if, like, you're you?
Yeah.
You can't rip your face off. You rip your face off, you now become faceless, which means you're dead. Like, so we have to be in a process. Like, when I look at my friends right now, like, not that I've got any new friends as such, it's not the right terminology, but the people that I'm around right now, I can be vulnerable with if I'm having a
So you know them, would you say that they're man enough to be around you and support you through
100%.
whatever you're going through? It could be anything in
100%.
it.
I feed you, you feed me, we water together. That's exactly how it is, bro.
But how many friends out there that like it's not many?
Definitely true.
As
like,
men, nah,
yeah.
I think it shows weakness.
Yeah.
Like another man thinking, but it's not really weakness though, because it's not freaking, we're not in World War.
Yeah.
Like, people go through things. And those people that suffer, later on, they will come better people.
100%.
And they'll remember the people that was there with them that
Cool
period of
growth.
time. But it's a shame men don't do that though.
Yeah. As I said, the people that I'm around, like, when we're having, or when I am having a character building day, or when they are having a character building day, like, I'm a big believer that you already have the answers in you. Like, you have the answers in you already. It's just about how do we get it out? You already had the answers in you, but how did we get it out? Well, for you, you got the answers out because your friend helped you to still be here. But of course, you have the answers because your friend's not with you 24/7. So you already have the answers. You already are built for what you're going through. And the process behind all of this is we have to make sure that there's a level of honesty in our intention and we keep our integrity. Because I can have a good intention, but if I am lapsing on what I am standing for, then there is no point me even communicating with you. If my intention is to help you, but my helping of you is I'll be there, but I'm not going to be there. My intention was to be there,
You know,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
never kept my integrity. I never kept my word. And we live in a lifestyle now, or we live in an era where it's too fast paced, bro.
That's what kills off people's mental health these days. Life is just manic, bro.
Bro, it's manic,
It's
bro.
manic, man. It's a race with everything.
It literally is a race.
Social media is a killer to everyone as well.
If I wasn't in fitness, there would be no social media for me.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree, man.
We are forced into it. Fact. As part of our job, it helps us to be socially aware.
See, social media is a good and a bad thing. It's good in the aspect of stuff that we do, but even though we're doing that, imagine you got a client who just lost loads of weight. Someone's idolizing your page and thinking, oh, he's a good PT, he's up that client lose weight. How come I'm not losing weight like she is? Now it's playing with their heads now.
Yeah.
You ain't done nothing, your client
Yeah.
done nothing, but you messed with their heads now.
Yeah.
Now they're thinking, no, I can't do that. The body image thing is a big
Yeah.
thing for people.
It definitely is. And I was speaking with a few guys about this today. The key to getting a good transformation is for you and the client to be honest. And 9 times out of 10, when people look at a transformation, we aren't doing a good enough job of telling that correct story. Tracy came to me and she wouldn't leave her house because she was really depressed because she battled this. We just show before and after.
Exactly, that's true, man.
So because we aren't doing our job properly, that's what's killing these people. Because I can see a BMW, I can see your fast car, and I can be like, yo, I want that. Then I'll look at my bank account and be like, I can't afford that. So we have to make sure that what they see is a true example of what they're going through. What I won't see from just looking at your car is that you're working extremely hard.
People don't see this.
People don't see
struggles and
that.
stuff, yeah.
Because we don't show them. On the back of your car, it doesn't say 70 hours a week I'm in the gym training people. It just says BMW, blah, 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 blah. And they see it and it looks great, but they don't know what it takes. I heard something before. It says a true value is determined by what you're willing to sacrifice. If I find that I want to be a great sportsman, whether it's a good footballer, well, I must be willing to sacrifice every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, and Saturday for the rest of my life until I make it pro.
100%.
But looking at Steven Gerrard, who obviously no longer plays football, but looking at him on the TV, looks great. Everyone wants to be a footballer, but are they willing to do the sacrifices that he was able to do? And as long as we can keep this integrity and intention and honesty, this is in my opinion, this is a good formula to build friendships off. So when I communicate with my friends, it's not just, hey, have a good day, see you later. It's, hey, how are you today? And if I don't like what I'm hearing, I'm diving deeper. Are you sure? Because that's not what I'm hearing. You told me this. I'm challenging their integrity. I'm challenging their word not because I want to get one up on them, but because I feed you, you feed me, we water each other, we grow together.
But society ain't feeding each other. It's about bringing each other down.
100%.
This is why we've got a war going on.
100%.
It's about power and greed.
Yeah.
Everyone at some point wants one up on you.
I agree with that.
If it's even deep, yeah, and horrible. But even to a degree, even though you circle of friends, you're good. There's always one who still wants something that you've got, or there's always is, bro. That's just how life is. But it's sad. As humans, we always want to be the ideal, best thing, everything. So now we got the war going on. Power. I want to be the best at this. So my country's got this. I want to utilize this, and then it just sort of killing people after people.
Yeah, it's see, if I sat back and I allow my mind to just go, bro, I would lose control because the way that my mind thinks is it will look and then it will look deeper and then it will look deeper and then it will look deeper. Most people just look at everything from surface level.
100%.
And most people will lose their mind from a surface level. So if I allow my mind to go to 7 depths of something, I will physically go crazy. So what my point is, the way that I live my life is I pick and choose what I consume my time with. And things that I can't control it right now. But what I can control is who do I communicate with every day. So when I look into building out friendships, my non-negotiables are I feed you, you feed me, we water, we grow together. When I look at my clients, I help you, you help me.
The clients, I'm so thankful for the clients I've got now. Hopefully they see the podcast.
Yeah, they will, of course.
So they're a massive support system. As much as they are clients, they're all from different backgrounds, bro. I work with people that are millionaires. Some people are just all right. Some people are just so business minded. But when you talk to each person individually, their walks of life it's mad. Like one of them, mad successful, bro. Like, and they're up at mad times in the night. Just their systems 24/7, always on the go. They don't get tired. So he's always investing in businesses, doing X, Y, Z. The best thing he said to me, I was like, "You're gonna kill yourself. You're gonna run yourself down." He goes, "I love it. If I don't feel run down or stressed, life is there's no purpose to life for me." He loves stress. He likes working under stress. That's what gets him going. So he's like, I wanna get invest in more businesses, have more danger, because that's what I thrive for. That's what gets me going. Me, I'm the opposite. I'm a comfort person. I'm not gonna roll the dice and just think, I'm gonna put my all in that and then just hopefully it waters and then it succeeds. Nah, I don't. I hold back. See the levels of it. Risk takers, they're always gonna keep prevailing. Stay in the comfort state, you will prevail, but it's a slow state, man. It's a slow state. Even if you put in a crazy amount of hours of work, it's still a slow period. You have to be a risk taker in life.
One thing that you said about pressure can do 2 things.
Would you say you work better under pressure?
I love pressure, I do. Like, back me up in the corner, I'm coming out of it. 100%.
Million things got. No, I'm not talking about just one. So you got like work, podcast, life, this,
I
that.
balance it, pressure, bring it all day.
Everything's all mad high.
Yeah.
How you control it.
I'm
like,
fine.
See, everyone's different, man.
Yeah.
I try to be the best at everything. So I feel like if my time's valuable and if I can't give you 100% or give anything 100%, I'm failing. So I don't want to be half-hearted in anything. So that's why pressure for me is not the best thing.
From your experience so far, pressure is not the best thing. Doesn't mean it's always going to be that way.
Uh-huh.
Now, I could say to you that if I put 10 people in a room who have been through a similar story like yourself, to me, that would be an experience that I am not educated in. So that pressure of the unknown, that could consume me. And in that position, I would say, I'm not comfortable with that because I'm comfortable in a pressured situation. You find comfort and you don't associate pressure and comfort in the same vocabulary or the same sentence. Now, my comfort is also pressure. I'm not comfortable when I'm not pressured. Like, me without pressure, bro, is not a good version of me, bro. Like, that's probably the closest to depression.
Well, I think that's another thing that on my mind when it's chilled, I overdrive because I'm used to being proactive. I don't like to just sit still. So I don't mean by comfort is just chilled. Nah, as in having so many things fired at you. But I think my mind ticks more when I'm not active a lot. That's when it's a bad thing. So I think I should be in that pressure category.
I think so. I do think.
Seriously.
Because if we were to put 10 people who have been through your experience in the room, that pressure would hit me and I wouldn't feel comfortable delivering. So therefore, I wouldn't be the person for that. But if you were in there, you'd be like, you've got this, I can help you with this. That's a pressure for me, in my opinion. That's pressure to me. So that's not something that I can deal with because I'm not comfortable with it, because I can't put comfort and pressure in the same sentence, which is what I do outside for normal work. I wouldn't be successful in that industry.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, I would challenge you on the lack of pressure, because it's not like a pressure. It's just what you've been given so far on your experiences. It hasn't resulted in being in a lot of pressured environments yet. But remember, this is training ground, bro. So there's a saying that says pressure is a privilege, and it's very, very true. Like, if I was to angle it back to myself, like, I balanced holding a business in Chester. My dad was dying in front of us, looking after our family, and I didn't break once. A pressured environment. I could give that to 1,000,000 people. 1,000,000 people would break.
100%.
But for me, that pressure and comfort was hand in hand because I had a mask on. I learned to deal with that. Some will say that's a bad trait. I had to do what I had to do with what I had to do, or with what I had given, with what was given to me, I should say. So I think for me, like talking with you today, like it's a privilege, bro. It's a privilege to be next to somebody who has been challenged to the ultimate. Bro, when you are given, like it's one thing for someone to try to take your life, but it's another thing for you to try and take your own. Do you know what I mean? You have faced the ultimate sacrifice, bro. Like you literally were in a situation where it was not life or death, it was death.
No other way back.
No other way.
Say back now.
And in the darkest part of the night is the breaking of the day. And for you, it was your friend. At another point, it was the stairs. These are multiple instances, bro, where it's proven to you, just because it looks dark, there's still a light there. Now it's about what you do with that. The training ground is coming to an end. What are you going to do with it? Do you know what I mean? So when I look at peace and I think of you and you say peace is associated with sleep, let your dreams now be focused on, actually, training's over. Let's get to work. You're already working already anyway. But now this is the next level of Dylan Blaze. This is the next level. Like we are all watching for that next level. This is why I wanted you on here. I didn't know nothing about you like that. But I knew that there's a conversation and there's a story that we could have as young men and that we could give each other. Like I've took a lot from you. I hope you took something back from me.
100%, man.
You know what I mean? And I know, like I have notes in front of me. We haven't even touched on nothing. Like literally nothing on here. We've touched on like 2 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is how real it gets, bro.
That's true, man.
I got a question for you. So a question that we ask every single person who comes on this podcast. Like, how old are you now, bro?
33 now.
I had to think about that. After 30, what? Stop counting.
Stop counting. I swear.
30 and a little bit. To be fair, lockdown, how long was you in lockdown for? 3 years?
3 years.
So you're technically 30 in it then?
I know, man. She took years off, you know.
Yeah, we'll just say 30 in it.
Sad that was.
Right, so what would you tell a 16-year-old version of you right now?
Oof.
Like be at that place, bro. Take yourself back to that place. What are you telling him? He's angry.
Don't be easily influenced. One thing I think I did wrong, I didn't seek to older peers. I started seeking the older peers as I got a bit older. They're the reasons why I got into like fitness. So I think if you stick with the same environment, you easily get influenced. So don't be easily, I won't say pressured, but easily influenced. I think that's one thing, yeah, as a 16-year-old.
Do you think that that's what happened to you?
Yeah, because you tried to fit in with a crowd, didn't you?
Why do you think you wanted to fit in?
To be the best of them all.
And why is being the best important?
Because you stand out, you get a name for yourself. So without a name for yourself, who are you really?
So if you didn't stick in, do you not think you still would get a name for yourself?
Nah, definitely not. And then, I'm not saying it happened, but people might pick on you or like, without a name, you know, man. Or it's never an ego thing. You just, to stand up for yourself, you have to be a man for yourself. So you learn, whatever it takes, you learn to fight. So just boxing wasn't just the fact of I was going to go box, whatever. It was just, I'm ready. Whatever happens, I'm ready for this. I want to show you this is what I do.
You were all in.
Yeah. So it's
It's big, that is.
But it's good though. So kids nowadays, I always tell parents and stuff, get your kids into like some sport, sort of a sport, whether it's like martial arts, whatever. Kids need a sport because in this generation nowadays, so much gadgets going on, bro.
Yeah.
Even us as adults, like, I'm just like, whoa, this is mad.
Wild, bro.
There's no community centres. There's nothing for them. That's another thing.
Wild, bro.
So I train juniors, 16-year-olds, and probably younger than them. Our school.
Where do you do that from?
I work, so I Northfield.
Nuffield helping.
in the Wolverhampton branch.
Okay.
So you speak to them, just like, how's school? Yeah, it's all right. But they're only seeing you at school and back home. And the kids don't socialise with each other. They got headsets in it now.
Yeah.
Speaking on a PS5 and that. Like, that's how they socialise with each other. But then at school, now they're getting bullied, getting picked on. How does they have to defend themselves? They can't. So that's what I mean. And then they want to hang around with the bigger kids or the kids who got a little bit of rep. The kids who got a little bit of rep, now they're telling them to do things. Guess what that is? Influence. They're getting influence to do things. So they want to keep up with them just so I don't get bullied. Now this kid, the good kid, is coming from a posh background. He's hanging around with these. Guess what's going to happen to him? You just hear he's either in jail, shot someone, the kid that you least expect. But if he can handle himself in some sort of way, not being a bully, just don't get bullied by yourself. You don't get influenced by anyone. You can hold your own.
Creating that discipline, isn't it?
100%.
Something that society's pushed out of every house now.
It's savage.
You can't discipline your child anymore.
It's mad, isn't it?
Crazy. And life goes like this. If you don't discipline them,
who's going to do it for you? Yeah,
Life
100%.
will. Like, I went through a phase where life humbled me not too long ago. I was happy where I was at. I could feel my ego itching. Like, man has an ego. I could feel it just getting scratched. And I'm like, wow, I've done that. I'm sick, you know. Humbled, bro. Boom. Humbled me. Boom. Humbled me, bro. Like, no one really knows this, but it humbled me, bro. To a point where I was like, wow. Where's everyone gone, bro? Like, people think this of me. Huh? All I've ever done is good for people. And then one little thing I did humbled me, bro. And it brought me back to my roots, which is my identity, something you can never run from. We think we can, but eventually it'll catch up with us. Like, you can't run away from your shadow. Keep the light on all you want. Turn it off if you want, but eventually that shadow is going to pop up again. And when I was in that place of being humbled, I had two options. You either grow from it or you repeat it. And I chose to grow. And it's very interesting. I feel like the conversation we've had has proper blew my mind, bro. What do you think is the most misunderstood thing about you from people?
I think people see the judge of best for what meets the eye. So when people see her, they just see like this shadow thing. So it's like, yeah, they think people think invincible. Even though you are. But there's more to that being invincible, if you get what I mean. Everyone's human at the end of the day. So it's like people just judge you from what they see. Then when they get to know you, they're like, oh, okay. So some people say, when I first met you, I was like, nah, I don't want to speak to you, you're intimidating. So you intimidated them, which is sad. But at first I was like, wow, that's bad. Why is that? But then they get to know it, they're like, oh, I feel so welcomed by you. Like, I don't feel that way of you. But other people still think that. So until you break that ice with someone, people are always going to judge you that way. Which is, I think, it's just a narrative where most people just people are painting the picture of it and they just run with that.
It's very hard to change that, man.
And you can't change it.
Yeah, very hard.
It's tough.
Very hard.
If you change it again, that's you being who you're not.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're being someone fake. Like, you're not that person. So you can't be this friendly, jubbly person when you're not really that.
It's been a pleasure, bro, to sit down and talk with you. I want to say I'm shocked. And maybe before I was doing podcasts, I would have said that I'm shocked with what I've heard from you. But we've been doing this now a minute, and the story that you've told me, I'm happy to be a listening ear. But there's a lot of pain, man, there. And, you know, as we are doing this movement of mental health and just mental health in general, like, again, thank you very much for sharing that space.
No, it's always going to be a part of that movement as well, man. So,
you know, there's a lot of things here that people don't know about you, but that's why we need a part 2 again. Yeah. You know, because in front, like, there's literally bodybuilding, like, just so I don't want to list too much. I want to, you get me? I want to keep those. But where can people find you if they're looking for you?
If I'm on Instagram, so it'll be DM Body Specialist PT. So that's where, like, all the fitness stuff in that is. So I'll be on there. So you can ask me questions, whatever.
Everything can be from there.
Yeah.
Love that.
Direct message me for any help or queries or whatever.
I
It's
love
all good,
that.
isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask you one more thing.
Yeah.
So, someone who was in your boat and they are about to take their life. What do you think you could tell them?
Realize there's other people that believe in them. Realize they're going to leave other people and suffer based on their actions. There's more to life than what it seems and stand for. Seek help and be an example for others. Don't be a failure.
Massive, bro. Thanks again, yeah.
Always. Always a pleasure.